Welcome. Happy to see you this morning and back in front of the screen this morning. Hope everybody is happy and having a good day this morning. And we're going to start as we always do. Now, stand up, everybody. I realize that maybe you guys aren't standing up. So we should all be standing up with our breakfast with Brian because it's a chance to be active, get up and be active and feel good. This is a physical activity. This isn't just, it's mental and physical. Brunch with Brian, it's a dual activity, and for sure it's engaging physically through first what? Smiling, yeah, for sure. We all love to smile, makes us feel good. So we always start each day with a smile and keep our smile going through Brunch with Brian and throughout the day. So anytime you think of smiling, we always smile a lot during our day, smile. And how long do we smile for? During the beginning of Brunch with Brian, at least 30 seconds, but probably more, right? Yes, for sure. During the whole Brunch with Brian, we got a big smile on our face, for sure. So Brunch with Brian, start with our smile, and then of course we do our 30 seconds of breathing, or more than 30 seconds probably. And then anytime you think of it, Brunch breathing during the day, of course you're doing your deep breathing. It's nice if you can do deep breathing 3 times during your day. We don't talk about all the health benefits, but they're numerous. It actually cleanses your lymph system, invigorates your body, oxygenates your cells. So lots of really positive things, gets the nasties out. So let's do our deep breathing while we're still breathing, while we're still smiling, okay? In deep as you can, deep, deep, deep. Hold it for a sec and let it all out. When you're letting it out, all the tension and negative energy goes out with it. We're standing up if we can, right, guys? And in. Hold it, and while you're still smiling, let it all go. Let it all relax out. Relax. Loosen up your shoulders, loosen your neck. Did some nice stretching. We're going to do some today again. Okay, last breath in. Not the last ever. Last deep breath in now. Nice deep breath with a big smile. Hold it and let it all come rushing out. All the tension, everything gets out. Loosen it all up, let it go. Now while we're still, I decided to do it this way, guys, while we're still standing, in case you want to sit down after we do our movement and that. So we'll do our movement right now, because we got to do our movement every day too. Might as well incorporate movement in here. Now I'd sure love it if you guys do movement throughout your day, incorporate movement as part of your day. And in fact, one of the movements I want to incorporate is, if you can do it, guys, run around a little bit. Because just get up and move around. I don't know how much space you have where you're at, but if you have any kind of space where you're at, you know, if you can even just run around the house a little bit. So if you have some space in the house where you can just do a little track around from where you're at through the kitchen, around like a running track around the house, you know, make a little track and see if you can do 5 loops around the house. Like every couple hours. So we're going to do a little loop. So get our little loop going. So you can follow me, Van. So we're doing a little loop around the track. We're just doing a little loop. You don't need that much room, guys. Just to get a little movement, you know, just get your heart rate up a little bit. And honestly, I'm telling you, unless you're some long distance athlete, just a little bit of jog will get your heart rate up. You don't really need to move that much, okay? Now, somebody hunt down a good quote, because I today teach it. What is Tuesdays? Everybody tell me what Tuesdays is. What happens on every Tuesday? We do Teaching Tuesdays. So on Teaching Tuesdays, a special thing on Teaching Tuesdays is our special Teaching Tuesdays happens every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Time. So at Teaching Tuesdays today, guess what we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about, today we're going to talk about safe practices. So today we're going to talk about, it's interesting because we're going to talk about safe practices in real estate, with the COVID, and in life. So we're going to talk about safe practices in 3 areas, with the COVID, with life, and in real estate. So this should be very interesting. And there is safe practices, and we learned a lot of safe practices from Ron LeGrand. And there's a lot of things you can do, especially in the pretty house world, guys. The whole idea in the pretty house world is that you're doing things safely and that you're conducting yourself with little or no money in the deals. You are not guaranteeing debt. You're not laying out a bunch of money. Really, you're conducting yourself in the creative financing world with almost zero risk. And so that's a part of what we're going to be focusing on today. Again, every Teaching Tuesday, we do it every week, and it's always 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Time. So guys, get on that this afternoon. So we're going to talk about safety. So somebody give me a good quote on safety. In fact, somebody see if you can look this one up. There's a really good quote from somebody called, and it's something like, now I used to study quotes. It's something like, the most dangerous thing in the world is playing for safety. And, I used to actually gather quotes and I clipped them, and I wish I could find these. I know I have them somewhere, but in the move they got misplaced. But I had a whole bunch of clips, quotes clipped out, and like I used to study them, and I still remember quite a few of them. And they were the quote, and then it had the person's name on it, and I remember quite a few of them to this day. And I used to actually study them, and that was one of them. And I believe it was Satchel Paige, actually, now it's coming back to me. The most dangerous thing in the world is playing for safety. Oh, actually, Hugh Walpole. Don't play for safety. It's the most dangerous thing in the world. Now, Van, you ruined it. Sorry. Somebody else could have come up with that. So, but that's a quote, guys. Come up. There's lots of quotes, but now that's an interesting quote. Let's look at that 2 angles. I want you to approach real estate safely, but in general, if you, the person who would be really playing for safety would never go into real estate at all. They'd pick something very, very tame and safe, and they'd be, they'd work in a desk job in some office. But guys, is anything really safe now? I mean, guys, if you worked in a desk job in an office, is that a safe career now? I mean, you're out of work now. Nobody's working in an office. So when you think about it, nothing is truly safe. And so maybe, nothing, there's no guarantee, and there's nothing that's truly safe. And boy, this really brings it home. So let's look at real estate today. Let's look at the whole world, and guys, get on the Teaching Tuesday when we can really explore this and look at safe practices in, like I said, in real estate and in life and in the COVID, because there's safe practices that we should all be doing there. And it looks, sometimes you can look at this thing now and say the worst is over and things are getting better. But then so much of this, guys, depends on where you live. And so depending on where you live, it may be coming, or it may be leaving, or you may be at some point in the curve. But guys, even if you live in a place where the curve is past you, does that mean that it's past you personally? Does that mean you can't get it anymore? No. So, I mean, you could still get it. So you still need to be careful. And so let's still look at safe practices on you staying safe and healthy, and also what you can do with your real estate to be safe and healthy, and how to proceed with your real estate in this world right now. And we're going to talk about a lot of new things that we're doing in our business now to stay safe and healthy with the COVID in the real estate. So lots of really interesting stuff we're going to get into in a whole hour today. So guys, stay safe, stay healthy. Let's go now on our stretching today, guys. Let's do our shoulders again. And we did like our 20-second challenge. Let's do that again, but let's stay engaged with each other more. Okay, so let's do, again, what did I say yesterday? Stretching is supposed to be fun and it's supposed to feel good. So let's do our shoulders. All right, let's do our shoulders. So everybody get up here now. First, like, put your arms up above your head, right? Okay. So put them up there. Interlace your fingers. Oh, now see, that should feel good. And you should go like this, kind of turn sideways and kind of put them behind your head. Oh, neat. Now kind of close your eyes and kind of feel where it feels good now. So it shouldn't hurt. Don't go to where it hurts, but go to the edge of where it kind of starts to hurt. Now the pain kind of guides you is the way I think about it. So let's say I can kind of feel where it's starting to hurt, and that's where you kind of got to go, because that's where you're trying to stretch it out and where it pops. So when you're feeling the pop, okay, okay. And then where it starts to hurt, that's where you're trying to get it where it doesn't hurt. So if you're feeling a hurt, you're trying to go there up to the point of the hurt. So, and that's where the stiffness is. So you're trying to find the stiffness. So when you're stretching, it's really you exploring your body. And that's kind of what I like about it. And that's why I don't like rigid stretching programs that say, okay, do this, do this, do this, because then you're not really finding what your body is telling you. So that's what I do like about stretching. So guys, that's what to keep in mind about stretching is your body tells you. Your body's giving you lots of messages back. So when you're stretching your shoulders, you listen, and that's why I like to close my eyes, frankly, because if I'm going like this, I can tell, okay, I can tell right where my shoulder's telling me where it's sore. Now, and guys, if you haven't stretched in a while, you might have a lot of twingy stuff, okay? So kind of find it and kind of work through it, and it's going to maybe take a few days of lots of twingy stuff until then on like the third day, you go like this and you go, wow, now it doesn't like all that little twingy stuff isn't there. Now I can get to this part and I'm more loose, and every day it's better. So now if yesterday you were doing this with me and you were going, I can't even raise my arm up there, just keep going, okay? Trust me. And then the next day you'll go, oh, okay, now this is better than yesterday, and next day is better and better and better. But that's how stretching kind of works. You just sort of feel your way. Where is the pain? Where is the discomfort? And kind of slowly go there and push a little bit through it each time, not pushing into pain. And be very careful, guys. Always get a doctor's. I mean, don't hurt yourself now, and get doctor's opinion before you do anything. But that's kind of how you're going to ease past these little twingy spots and get looser and looser until your yoga body. So that's just a little bit of stretching and a little bit of talking. So that's all we're going to do today. Good job today, everybody. You're going to be back with me in about 7 hours and 15 minutes for our Teaching Tuesday with Lynette and me. And so that's going to be great. And that's safe practices in real estate for the COVID and in life. And that's going to be really exciting. So I will see you guys a little bit later today. And that was a great Brunch with Brent. See you later today.